Today we are solving two-step inequalities. I said a few minutes ago you probably already know what to do. Because it's the same thing you would do if it were an equation. It just has the inequality symbol on it. So, for example, solve this for me. 4x plus 5 equals 25. Go ahead and solve that for me like you normally would. So what do you normally do first? You would minus the 5 first, right? Minus 5, minus 5. You get 4x equals 20, and then you would divide by 4, right? X equals 5. Guys, the process is no different. The only thing that's different is that the symbol isn't an equal sign anymore, but we're going to solve it the same exact way. So let's say that this had been 4x plus 5 is less than 25. It doesn't matter. I still do the steps the exact same way. So I'm still going to start off by subtracting by 5. It's just that instead of writing an equal sign, I just keep writing this inequality sign. Divide by 4, divide by 4. Well, I get x is less than 5. And you could be asked to graph this answer. You guys already know how to graph. Okay, I'm a dot at the 5.
Close.
But
Open.
open. And then I would shade. Which way? Which way do I shade? To the left. That's really it. Now, there was a really big important thing that we talked about yesterday. We've been talking about it already in class today. It still applies. It will apply forever, anytime you are dealing with inequalities. It doesn't ever go away. If you multiply or divide both sides by a negative, you'll flip that symbol over. Okay? So, that's anytime. Anytime you have an inequality and you multiply or divide both sides by a negative. So it's worth writing it down again because we can't ever forget this. So a big old star. Anytime you multiply or divide both sides by a negative, you must flip the flip the inequality symbol over. But it's so important. So even though the rules are it's the same thing that we were doing yesterday. It's just now that it's 2 steps. But you can't forget this part. So, let's try one like this. So when you go to solve this, again, at first, you're just going to treat it as if that was an equal sign. So what do you normally do?
Would you minus 6?
Yes. The first thing you would normally do is minus 6 from both sides. So you should absolutely do that. If I'm going to minus 6, does that mean that I should flip the symbol over?
Nope.
No!
Got the answer. X equals negative 6.
Well, they're not equals.
Oh, well, does the sign need anything?
So now I'm down to a problem just like it was yesterday. I want to divide both sides by what? Exactly. And if I divide by -2, what happens? Now I have to flip that symbol over. And 12 divided by -2 is a -6. So see that? I did not flip the symbol at first because in this line, all I'm doing is subtracting 6 from both sides. You only flip the symbol if you multiply or divide by a negative. Here, I did. I divided by a -2, so I had to flip the symbol over. So there's my answer. I could ask you to graph this. So,
So you will?
oh, sorry.
So are we gonna make that or?
Yeah, go ahead. Everybody graph it. And we'll see if we all end up with the same graph. What kind of a dot should I put the negatives? Yes, and I should shade to the. Should we step it up a notch?
If we step it up a notch, does that mean less work for tomorrow? Because we won't have to relearn that. We won't have to learn that.
No, it's just still a two-step, but a little bit tougher. Let's try a little bit of a tougher problem. Say I had, I don't know. How about x plus 3 divided by -2 is less than or equal to 10?
I'm already tricked.
Well, remember your ultimate goal is to get x by itself. So what would you normally do first? Multiply by -2. So if you multiply both sides by -2, what's on this left-hand side now? What do I have? Just x plus 3. And then what do I do with this? Leave it or flip it? Flip it, because you just multiplied both sides by a negative. And then 10 times -2 is?
Oh, you guys haven't multiplied.
-20, right? Because you're multiplying. And now I'm almost there. I just got to get x by itself, so all I got to do is subtract the 3. See? Psh. Masabia, I thought you said we were going to step it up a notch. What's -20 minus 3? Well, la-dee-da. Look at you guys go.